What's going on, guys? I'm your host, Beau. Welcome back to Movie Stalkers, and today I'm here to do a spoilers review for Logan. And if you have not seen Logan, obviously do not watch this video. Go check out the film. It's fantastic. Why are you watching a spoilers review? Go check out my non-spoilers review. But for those who have seen the movie, hi. Let's talk spoilers. So, the first thing I wanted to get right out of the way is that, yes, I did see the Deadpool 2 trailer. Everybody online has seen it. It's the #1 on trending right now. And I got to see it yesterday. And the reason I saw it yesterday is because if you saw Logan either Thursday or Friday night, you got to see the Deadpool 2 teaser trailer early, 24 hours early. Because now it's available online today. But I got to see it last night, and it was pretty awesome. And yeah, I will do a review for the trailer in my next video, but it was pretty awesome. But anyways, let's get down to the spoilers. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the opening scene of this movie. It shows how Logan is kind of beaten up at this time. He's kind of an old, rusty person. When he's walking, he's just like this. Like he has like one leg that's just limping. He has he's coughing. He's just beaten up. He's tired. And the first scene you see is that he's resting in his car, and you see these guys are just like trying to like dismantle his car, and one of the guys shoot him. And you don't do that with Wolverine. He just gets right back up, and he's like, guys, you don't want to do this. And then he just goes ham on all of them. And that's just how the movie starts. And I just really like how that just starts right there. And you see throughout the movie that Logan is apparently a pickup driver. He picks up people, it takes them to places. So it's kind of like a average job. And he also has a drinking problem, because every time that I see the character Logan on the screen, he has to have a drink with him. He's either at a bar, he either has drinks with him in his bedroom. That dude has to have a drink. I just found that very funny. This dude always has to have a drink. So, every time. But, I just found that pretty cool. A nice little detail. Then we get to their hideout. Logan comes back to their hideout where Caliban and Professor X are hiding out. Now, Caliban was the character that I was discussing in my non-spoilers review, the character that I didn't want to really say because it was a character that really wasn't in the marketing for Logan, but I just didn't want to say it just because I know some of you guys don't really pay attention to marketing. So if I said that character and you guys know who Caliban is, you guys would probably kill me if I said that. But if you saw the movie, you saw Caliban. Caliban is an albino mutant, I guess, and he's like affected towards light, and he served a okay purpose. Like his purpose was like very minimal. Towards the end, he kind of gets a better purpose. He detonates like 2 grenades in a van, and he basically kills himself, and like sacrifices himself to protect Logan and Laura, which we'll discuss in a little bit. But his purpose was like kind of minimal. And Charles Xavier, man, dang, he has gone senile in this movie. You see that he's just very old. He doesn't remember what's going on sometimes. He has seizures. And the thing that I found very scary about Charles Xavier is that when he gets a seizure, it's not just a regular seizure. When he gets a seizure, everybody gets affected. The whole world gets affected by his seizures. And there's a scene where Logan and Professor X and Laura are in a hotel, and they're like trying to hide out from the forces, and Logan has to go outside for a little bit, and he comes back, and immediately he sees that the forces are there at the hotel, and they know that he knows that Professor X is up there, and Professor X starts having a seizure, and then you see every person in the hotel just shaking, like everyone's getting affected, and you see Logan just struggling to just get to him. Logan and Laura, both of them are just struggling just to get to him, and then they just pump that medicine inside of him, and everything just stops. And it's just very, very scary to see that, and it was just very, very interesting. Also, a very interesting thing about Charles Xavier is that he, because of this seizure that he has, he apparently killed several X-Men. We don't know which ones, but he killed several X-Men. And it's not his fault. It's just his seizures. When he has the seizures, everybody gets affected, and apparently some of those X-Men got affected, and apparently he killed a few of them. And it's very, very interesting for his character. And there's this very powerful scene with Charles Xavier, which we'll discuss in a second. But let's talk about Laura for a second. Laura, aka X-23. Yeah, she is awesome in this movie. Every single time that this girl shows up, she is kicking butt. She is slicing everybody. She is just jumping around. She's a really cool character. Really, really cool character. Her background is very interesting too. So, Laura apparently was created in a lab, just like Wolverine is. There's this company called Transigen. I don't know if that's how they say the name. If it's not, I do apologize. But this company is creating their own mutants. They apparently got a few little kids and they experimented on them and they gave them abilities. And throughout the movie, this is for the comic book fans, they call them New Mutants. So if you know what about the comics, you know that there is a group of mutants called New Mutants. So that was just a very nice nod to the fans of X-Men comics. So I just like that. I caught that when they said New Mutants. Throughout the whole movie, they were referring to them as New Mutants. That was a pretty cool reference. So that was pretty awesome. I don't know what that means for the New Mutants movie. Does that mean we're going to be following these little kids in the next movie? If that's the case, pretty cool. I would like to see more of this storyline happen. But if it's something completely different, fine by me. But I just like that they refer to them as New Mutants. That was pretty cool. But they were basically doing experiments on these little kids. And one of the girls who works there, a nurse named Gabriella, basically saying this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this, and she gets them, escapes, unleashes, lets out some of those mutants. He tells them you gotta leave, you gotta go, leave, and one of them that she keeps is Laura. This 11-year-old girl. She has the same abilities as Wolverine, and apparently, according to Gabriella, Laura is Logan's daughter. Now I say daughter, air quote daughter, because obviously it's not Logan's actual daughter, but they have the same DNA, and because of that, the same genetics and same DNA. Because of that, they're both related, and that means that they're both he's the father, sister. Here you go. Sorry, father, daughter. Here you go. So. I just like that. I just like how deep they were going into this story, and the connections with Logan and Laura were very, very strong, especially towards the end of the movie. You could see the bond just growing with these two characters throughout the entire movie. At first, they just don't like each other that much, and then throughout the movie, you could see that they're starting to care for each other, especially at the end when Logan faces X-24, which we'll talk about right now. X-24 is a younger version, a younger clone of Wolverine, and the company Transigen, created this clone X-24 to take out Wolverine, because nobody else can take out Wolverine except somebody who is as powerful as Wolverine. So they created a clone, and this clone kicked butt too. He mopped the floor with Logan, and that's something that I wish didn't happen. I wish Logan overpowered X-24, but it was the other way around. But I can understand why, because the concept, the theme in the movie was that Logan wanted to kill himself many times with an adamantium bullet, and well, I guess he kind of gets his wish because X-24, a clone of himself, kills Logan himself. Kind of confusing, but it's a pretty interesting use of theme. At the beginning of the movie, he wants to kill himself, and kind of in a way, he does kill himself at the end. So very interesting. And Laura uses the adamantium bullet to kill off X-24, and it just blows half his head off. And like I've been saying in my non-spoiler review, this movie is violent. do not take your kids to see this movie. It is a violent movie. There is so much violence from beginning, middle, and end. It's a very, very violent movie. Do not watch this with your kids. I mean, if you're 15 or 16 or up, check this movie out. But if you're 10, walk away. Go watch Lego Batman or something, because there's some violence in this movie. But yeah, let me talk about the last thing, and that is, of course, Professor X does die as well. And this is the scene that I was talking about in my non-spoilers review, where I said that Patrick Stewart put a great performance in a certain scene. This was this scene. Professor X is in a farm with Logan and Laura. Like, they find these two farmers, and these two farmers allow them to stay in this house for a little bit while they're traveling to the border to where Laura needs to be. And Professor X is just lying in the bed, and Wolverine, or Logan, comes into the room, and Professor X is saying, like, you know, let Laura sleep, and he puts his performance, and he basically states that this is like one of the best days of his life. It's the most relaxing days of his life, and he's saying that he himself should not deserve it because he's killed people before. He just thinks that he does not deserve the peace that he has right at this moment. And it's just a very powerful little performance from Patrick Stewart. You see the emotion in his face. You just see that he really feels sorry for what he did. And it's just very, very sad to see Charles Xavier in this state. And what happens next is that all of a sudden Logan puts his arm right on his chest, and then boom, the claws go right through Professor X, and then you realize it is not Logan, it is a clone, X-24, which we discussed. And Professor X dies, and, you know, I just thought that scene was very, very, very emotional. I thought it was very nice for Professor X, and I just like that, just really like that scene. So, but yeah, overall, like I said, Logan is a fantastic movie. I loved every bit of this movie from beginning, middle, and end. Nowhere did I hate the movie. Just Caliban just needed a little bit more screen time, but overall, like the references to New Mutants, oh yeah, let me talk about the New Mutants for a second. Yeah, the kids, they come to this little, Logan and Laura reach this village, or this place called Eden, which is in the X-Men comics. They need to get to this place for Laura's character to go, and they find these kids, which they were referred to as New Mutants. So I don't know if they're going to be following these kids from now on in the movies, like for future movies, but I feel like they are hinting at a New Mutants like story with these kids. If that's the case, do it. I would like to see a movie with these kids, especially if X-23 is going to be part of this crew. So, because James Mangold has said he wants to do an X-23 solo film, maybe it could be with these little cast of kids. I would not mind seeing it with these cast of kids, but that is it. Like I said, guys, Logan is a fantastic movie. I'm still maintaining my 96% that I gave Logan. It is my favorite film of the year so far. March better bring it with the other movies. Kong Skull Island, Beauty and the Beast, Power Rangers, Ghost in the Shell. You better bring it, because Logan set the bar, and I really enjoyed this movie. So if there's anything that I forgot to discuss, let me know in the comments section below. And that is it for my spoilers review for Logan. My next video will be talking about Deadpool 2. And that is it for my spoilers review for Logan. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your favorite scenes from Logan in the comment section below. And let me know, what do you think about a potential X-23 solo film and a New Mutants film following these characters? And that's it for a spoilers review for Logan. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, as we end these videos, Beau out. See you next time. Peace.